Then think of the kind 80% that's gonna go on forever.
Exactly. After the first 10 years, they're going to raise another 32 or 33 million every year forever.
That's right.
Okay? The city of Little Rock only needs $8 million. So what they're going to do, they plan on giving. I said giving CAPA none of these folks will ever broke. Okay? These are not low-income people. They're not doing a low-income shelter. They're going to give them $10 million to take the land. They don't have any money. They're going to give them $10 million to take the land. Then they're going to give them another $12 million to build the park. I don't know if you had clergy members who were telling you to support the park this morning. I don't know if they told you that. But that's what they're planning to money. So the Little Rock City politicians say that we can't have repaved streets unless CAPA gets the $20 million. And we cannot get a modern communication system for emergency services, police and fire and ambulance, unless CAPA gets that $20 million. And we can't get old fires replaced unless CAPA gets $20 million. And we can't build police and fire department vacancies unless CAPA gets $20 million. Understand the $22 million is part of what they call the capital improvement part of this tax. Jim, you pass it out, please. 5/8 cents is going to operations, and that's what Ms. Pugh says is going to go on forever.
Going on forever.
It's going to raise roughly about $32, $33 million per year. Another $18 million or so a year is going to be raised for 10 years, about 19 and a half a year is going to be raised about 10 years, which is about $195 million. That's the 3/8 cents. Together, they're going to raise $511 million over 10 years. Now, understand something. The politicians say they will not improve your streets because understand, capital improvement talks about streets and sewers and drainage. They will not improve the streets and drainage unless CAPA gets the $22 million. If you want your streets fixed and you don't want to have your houses flooded, you got to buy a research park.
That's this on the. There's two taxes on the ballot. This one, see this long column? It's $195 million for projects. It's over 130% bigger than any previous thing they've ever asked for in the history of the city. These are the previous projects they've asked for over the last 40 years. And voters have been generous, we've approved them. But that's what they want on Tuesday. Inside that big long column is the research park and the streets and drainage. So they want you to vote for that, but if you don't vote for that, they get the research park. If you don't vote for that, you don't get your streets. It's all in there together. They've held your streets, your drainage, and your other improvements hostage to the research park.
Now, what are they going to do with the money? Yes, Ms. Pugh?
In that, show us where they said these low-income workers going to get a raise.
Ms. Pugh, I will show you that if they had told us.
Show us that. That's what. But all of this says nothing. They're talking about building the park.
Yes, ma'am.
But they don't care whether we eat before we go to the parks or whatever we have. So the thing of it is, they are saying nothing about what's going to benefit us. It's just getting to it. And you think about $31 million every year from now on. And that's what you're gonna get when you pass.
Yes, ma'am. That's on the 5A side. The 3A side is,
Yeah.
is 19.5 million every year.
Imagine all the information sheet that they tested out, that all of the funds that left over, they have the right to approve.
What's left over?
Everything that they haven't committed goes into general revenue. It is not targeted. It is not restricted. It is a $511 million cash kitty. For the first 10 years, and a $32 million cash kitty from then on. For them to do with as they please. Forever. Now, they plan to take money from our neighbors. You know, I know I'm not supposed to be preaching, but I've talked to people that love your neighbor as yourself. I've taught them, you should not covet your neighbor's house, your neighbor's horse. The King James, your neighbor's ASS, like something. Your neighbor's manservant, your neighbor's womanservant, your neighbor's wife. You also shouldn't covet your neighbor's land.
We've always that burden, go ahead.
You shouldn't covet your neighbor's land. But they want to take the land, sell it or lease it to developers. So developers can have the money to build technology park. And I'm saying, developers have to go buy the land from the landowners. But the city is going to take the land and give you what they say you want you to have. And by the way, if you don't like it, they're going to take the land anyway and meet you in court. And then they're going to lease the space.
So that'd be that much, they're taking out the tax basis too.
Yeah.
They won't pay taxes on that.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. This land right now, where these people live, these are people who are living in homes. They want to condemn landowners. Midtown Little Rock, Eastern Fair Park, Madison Heights, 12th, 19th Street. Do you recognize very many vacant lots? Do you recognize very many shuttered up homes in that area? That's
the church.
yeah, that's tax paying land by people who work to get their homes and struggle to hold on to them. And the city now wants to condemn the land, force the landowners to move, and then give the land to capital. Capital can sell the land to private developers. The developers will then build a research park. Oh, by the way, with money that they get from the city.
It's kind of a Ponzi scheme.
Well, that's a nice way of putting it, Bob. No. Mayor Stoller says this is an investment for the future.
I don't care what he says.
Bob. Be sure.
That reason this morning I can talk tonight. I have a question for some of you people, and Jim, you might have the answer. What of that last list of bond issues did they get completed?
I think in fairness, the last big one was in 2004, it's 7 years later. I'd say it's probably 95%.
Is that right? Well, I thought one time they had money set aside, and one bond issue called for rebuilding, Southampton, 65th to the interstate.
Maybe get it done.
No, it's not done. That's just hard, you can't drive that.
Well, Neil, did it ever get done?
No.
Because where we were yesterday, you've got the huge ditches on either side.
You did on each side of the street pouring out, they went and built a fire castle.
So they just dropped, they just decided that wasn't
They needed money for something else.
they needed it for time.
Now let me say something. This is why they want triple the sales tax to take $500 million, that's $511 million, that's $500 million, to cover a budget deficit of $8 billion. That's why the biggest supporters of sales tax is the real estate development, including $20,000 in national social buildings in Chicago. They plan to take the land in Midtown from people who own it and let other people have it. Now, what they are trying to do is legal. It's also wrong. Please understand. Please understand. They are not trying to do anything illegal. It is wrong. Now, I wish I could tell you it was illegal, but I can tell you that if they take the land, and you go to court and try to say it's not for public purpose, the U.S. Supreme Court has basically said anything the public says is for the purpose of a certain purpose. I mean, that's how low down it is. You and I know that this is taking private land and giving it to other private people for private people usually want to. But because they have the name Central Arkansas Technology Park Authority on it, courts are going to say it's legal. I wish I could tell you it's not. But I got to remind you that there are Caesar's rules and there's rights. The rule of the empire is not always, slavery was legal. Slavery was absolutely legal. Denying women the right to vote was legal. Child labor was legal. So saying it's legal and saying it's right are two different things. It's wrong to take people who struggle to hold their money and build a house or buy a house, take their land from them. It's wrong to deny them their services they deserve. People deserve safe streets. We deserve streets you can drive on out and get your shocks replaced and tires thrown up. We deserve good drainage. It's wrong to call this an investment in the future. That's what the mayor calls it. This is an investment in the future. If I walk up to Jim Lynch and say, Jim Lynch, if you don't give me $22 million, I'm going to shoot you. I'm not asking to make an investment in the future. But if he doesn't, now, if he doesn't get it, he won't have a future. All right? But it's not an investment. That's a stick up. That's a stick up. And it is insulting to people who know the difference between an investment and extortion. To tell people who need streets and need drainage and need fire protection and need this, to tell them you can't have it unless we get a research partner. Yes, ma'am.
So is the whole, everything is doom and gloom if the tax passed?
No, ma'am. That's what they want you to believe.
You listen very carefully to what the mayor said. The mayor's a very smart man, but if you listen very carefully to his statements and the statements of the fire chief and the police chief, their statements are, well, this could happen. And well, this would put us more toward the potentiality of something. Look, they've got a good finance staff down there. As I talk to you right now, they've got $15 million in the bank. No call at $15 million. If they had an emergency right now, they have got $15 million they can reach into. Now that's when you got $135 million